Hello everyone, welcome back on the AgriAdventures channel. This is Simone as usual, and today we are gonna speak with Sonia. Welcome Sonia to the AgriAdventures platform.
Thank you, Simone.
You're welcome. So as you know, AgriAdventures is a platform for sharing value through experiences. In this case, it's based in South Australia. And obviously, we have a side of the business that is focused on speak about producers and share their stories, their passion for what they're doing in on different platforms. So it's going to be available on YouTube, it's going to be available on Facebook, it's going to be available on the different podcasts, and also on Radio Italia 1, which I'm located. So generally what I do during these interviews, I like to know a little bit more. We are speaking about and we are speaking with. So would you like to tell us a little bit about you and maybe a little bit about the family that is behind the Continental Taralli?
Yes, hi. My name is Sonia Bruno. I'm the National Marketing Manager for a family-owned company called Continental Taralli Biscuits. We've been manufacturing South Australian Mediterranean savoury cracker, in particular Taralli, for almost 50 years here in South Australia. It's a family-owned business. My father is the founder. So my father, Giovanni Visioni, he migrated in 1969 with his family. And then he decided, I guess, that he missed food from home. So he decided to bake bread. And he started off building a wood oven at the back of his home and made this delicious bread. And the Italian community was very supportive, and they gathered around and brought bread. And then from then on, he decided that he was tired of making bread, that he decided to make what he missed from home, which is the taralli. Now, for those that don't know what taralli is a Mediterranean style cracker or pretzel. Originated in the southern part of Italy, and traditionally the Italian men used to make the vino and the women used to bake these pretzels, and they used to dunk and serve in red wine.
Of course. Okay, so Sonia, you obviously decided to be part of your father's business. You decided to be part of the family-run business. And what was the motive?
Yes, so I studied accounting. So when I left school, I studied accounting. And at the time, my father wanted someone to assist him in all the administration side, all the invoicing, because at the time, my father was selling to Coles, Barlow, Franklin's, Foodland, a lot of Continental stores, and I guess he needed someone to help in. And I decided to help my father to create and to help him with his vision. Today, I do a lot more in terms of not only doing the accounts, but I also run the marketing side. So I've just recently appointed a marketing assistant to help me because we're trying to broaden the market. We do a lot of farmers markets. So
yeah, exactly. That's why I saw you another time. I was speaking about it. Yes. Yep.
So we're currently doing the Adelaide Farmers Market at Wayville Showgrounds, which we're there every week, which is great because we believe it has a lot of South Australian icons. For example, there's a lot of companies, well-known companies like Maggie Beer, Riviera Bakery, and we feel that we were the perfect mix to join them.
So mainly at the moment, people is able to find you in these farmers markets. And do you have a shop, or that is what you're going to at the moment?
Yeah, so we do have factory door sales at the manufacturing premises at McGill. Okay. So everyone is most welcome to come to McGill to purchase product. But we do offer where we through our Facebook, our social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, every week we put up a post and we let people know where we are, which is an amazing thing for us to do, to reach out to our customers, to let them know that the product's available in wherever markets we actually do. We also supply, obviously, supermarkets as well. So we supply Coles with our large Taralli, Drake's, Romeo's, Chapleys, Foodland will take our Tarallini and the large round rings, and some exclusive places take our almond bread as well. Tony and Mark's, Chanellas, Caruso's, some of the big exclusive fruit and veg, Adam's Apple. Yes. We also do online orders as well. We find that's going really well with a lot of the interstate people that are looking to buy some artisan crackers to enjoy with their wine.
You told me your father came from Italy, and do you know which part of Italy came from?
Yes, my father, so he originally migrated from a small town in Avellino called San Martino.
Oh, okay, perfect, okay. I like, for the people that's following us, they generally probably used to see the Taralli, the shape, and they are generally plain. But I had the opportunity to taste some of your Tarallis, especially my son loves the black olives Tarallis, which he was really, really passionate about the last time they came to visit. So is there other flavors that are available?
Yes, so originally we started off making the Taralli, which is very traditional, is the Taralli with olive oil and fennel seed. But today we now expanded our range, so we have about 11 flavors of the Taralli. So in 2019, we imported our third Taralli machine to Australia, and the technology is all software driven, and it's more like an extruder, the dough, and therefore the product is very crunchy and soft, so it has a different texture about the product. We also are the only ones in the whole of Australia doing the little Tarallini manufacturing. So in that range there, we have 8 flavors. And so that ranges from your traditional Taralli with olive oil and fennel. You've got your rosemary and sea salt. You've got your Kalamata olive and thyme.
Exactly.
Parmesan, cheese and onion. You also have your garlic and black pepper. You also have sun-dried tomato and basil. And you also have lemon myrtle with sesame seed. So the lemon myrtle and sesame seed was influenced by obviously the Australian native bush food.
Absolutely.
And so we combine the Australian national national bush food to our Taralli, and we added a sesame seed flavour to it as well. And then we came up with the idea of Tarallini with lemon myrtle and sesame seed, which is lovely. It is a beautiful savoury delight to have with gin, for example. Gin is very popular at the moment, and we find that lemon myrtle goes well with gin. So you can have it with gin or wine.
Absolutely. I'm actually I'm seeing in my imagination a glass of gin, your Taralli, and a little bit of cheese. Like, I'm starting to feel hungry. It's not probably the right time. It's quite early to be hungry about that. And how many people are living with you at the moment? Because it's a family business, but
that's right.
You're super active. I mean, you are distributed a little bit all over South Australia. Are you also in other states or just in South Australia?
Yes. So we, for your first question, we employ about 7 people, but I don't believe it's 7 people because some of them have families. So I always feel that we're feeding a lot more mouths than 7 people. So we employ about 7 people here, and we also sell around Australia as well. So
absolutely. And if I remember well, the last time you said to me that you use a majority of local products. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. So our ingredients are also sourced locally in South Australia. So we use the Wollonga olive oil. We use Lauki flour, which is from Strathalbyn. We also use obviously we use the lemon myrtle, for example, from Tumberley, Australian native bush company. We also use all the eggs are sourced locally. A majority of our ingredients are sourced locally. Our wine as well is from Aldinga Selix Hill as well. The only thing that we can't get in is probably some of the, for example, sesame seed. There's no one growing sesame seed here. Sorry, no one grows sesame seed or fennel seed in Australia, so it's very hard to outsource that. But as very high as 98% is Australian made.
That's pretty good. So working with local products, working with obviously working with local people, which is another good thing. And then I think that, as you said, your father was missing these products, but the other thing is Tarallis, to me, they are generally correlated with a social time. Like you sit at the table with somebody else, you have a sip of wine, you have a little bit of Taralli, and you have a chat. So that's why I found this really interesting about your product. Is easy to bring in for a chat with friends. You nibble something and you sit at the table, and they can be applied with many different other items, because in the beginning you spoke about the olive oil, but there are so many flavors. And so what will be at this point for you? We are speaking about 50 years business, and then it's passing generation in generation. What will be your vision? What do you think is your family vision regarding the Continental Tarallis?
So it's been my father's vision since arriving to South Australia to bring these Mediterranean crackers here. It was a simple vision that he had, that he brought it to South Australia for everyone to enjoy the Mediterranean crackers. And I guess as a family, we want to continue with that vision for everyone to enjoy our Mediterranean crackers. We want to be the leader in South Australia. We're very fortunate that we're the only ones that have the Tarallini in South Australia. So we want to obviously grow our business to other opportunities in other different markets, whether it's in the food service. We also have an amazing vision to actually move factory and obviously bring an environment that people can go there and watch how Tarallis are made and actually see the process and enjoy a beautiful cup of coffee or a drink. That's what we would like to do. So we want to set ourselves up and have a premises that everyone can come there and enjoy and read the history and invite chefs and bus tours coming into our premises, because we believe that we are a South Australian iconic brand that has been around for almost 50 years, and that's a tribute to my father's vision, and we as a family want to carry out that vision.
So you want to become the center of the South Australian Tarallis. It's gonna be like you go over there and you learn about Tarallis, you learn about the history, you're gonna sit, enjoy with your friends. That is pretty interesting vision. It's a good step, I can say.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, a lot of happening around anyway in South Australia. We are lucky over here, so that's gonna be a pretty good environment. Okay, so obviously for the people that been following, you got all the information. You can find Sonias obviously at the different farmers market, or somebody else obviously will take her place because she's getting quite busy. And then you can find the Continental Tarallis on a website. Is that right?
We can also go on our Instagram or Facebook. We actually let you know where we are. You can go on our website, which is www.tarallibiscuits, TARALLI biscuits.com.au.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And see you again.
Bye.
Bye.